It's a cold, relentless night, deep in the heart of a sprawling city that never truly sleeps. The camera pans over an interrogation room where fluorescent lights flicker like dying fireflies above exhausted figures. Every corner tells of countless stories, most long forgotten, but not this one, not yet. A weary detective, Detective Grimes, stands at the helm of a ship adrift in a sea of absurdity, facing the high priest of the Freedumb cult, whose headpiece, fashioned from a gold-painted cereal box, adds a grotesque sense of theatricality to the proceedings. Kevin, a devoted disciple of this chaotic belief system, wears a shirt brazenly protesting against logical thought. Logic is a myth, it declares, a statement as bold as it is bewildering. He beams with the uninhibited joy of ignorance, his eyes devoid of the weight of comprehension, yet filled with a fervor that suggests a deeper conviction. Detective Grimes, energy levels equal parts caffeine and frustration, leans over the table. "So," he begins, resignation dripping from his words, "you're the chief information officer for this Freedumb cult? Or," Kevin interrupts with pride, revealing his eccentric title, "actually, detective, my title is the Vessel of Transparent Thoughts, because I have nothing to hide or think." The high priest interjects with a hissing urgency, imploring Kevin to employ their so-called silent shield against the mundane intrusions of law enforcement. But Kevin, earnest and sincere, obliviously spills the details about a secret ritual involving hopes of manifesting fast food from thin air, conducted in the shadow of a Taco Bell parking lot. Detective Grimes observes them like an anthropologist documenting an enigmatic tribe, earnest yet elusive, their rituals bordering on the surreal. Grimes leans back, rubbing his temples as chaos unfolds in front of him. "So, you guys were pivoting to the light, but ended up walking into a brick wall?" Grimes inquires, seeking to anchor himself to some notion of sanity amidst the absurd. Kevin nods, a beatific revelation spreading across his features. "Oh, it was majestic, sir. We all decided that left was a government conspiracy." His voice brims with the confidence of the misled. The room, filled with thickening incredulity, borders on the comedic. Their collision of consciousness was less spiritual enlightenment, more public disorientation. One man's absurdity is another's truth. Here begins our investigation. How does a collective delusion take root and flourish in the minds of so many? Is it a reflection of their world, or an escape from it? History, ever a witness to human psychology's strange dance, hints that extreme ideologies often thrive in societies where uncertainty reigns supreme. Patterns emerge from eras of social upheaval and economic insecurity, moments ripe for visionary but misguided leadership. The Freedumb cult, however bizarre, is part of a recurrent human behavior where reason bends under the weight of charismatic authority. This phenomenon transcends time and place, from apocalyptic visions of bygone eras to modern conspiracies that question the very fabric of reality. The modern cult leader is not merely a figure of mockery, but a poignant symbol of longing, itinerant travelers seeking belonging, meaning in a world that often feels senseless. But what happens when these puppet masters' strings start to unravel? When promises of transcendence reveal themselves as spectacles of farce, an amusing encounter takes a darker turn. Inside the room, Kevin's confession continues, a sincere inquiry laced with childlike innocence, suggesting hunger both literal and existential. "Is there a snack bar?" he muses, confusedly sure of the priest's promised provision of light. "I'd settle for a granola bar." And here, the narrative shifts. We take a closer gaze through the lens, finding unexpected connections. The ludicrous antics of this cult signal broader truths. Humanity's endless quest for identity and certainty is mirrored in today's clamor for unblemished truths and magical solutions to complex problems. As absurd as their beliefs are, they are symptoms of societal discontent. The devotees, convinced of their righteousness, partake in rituals with the belief that they can transcend mundane reality. It's less about delusion and more about human aspiration gone are we, an amusing, cautionary tale. Detective Grimes, now quiet, considers this. How many have walked their own paths led by equally dubious guides? This revelation of humanity's blind spots and fervent devotion challenges comfortable assumptions about what it means to seek the light. In the room, the high priest insists on his invisibility, a plea crumbling under the weight of metal shackles that remind him of his all-too-human predicament. Yet perhaps unwittingly, he's exposed a truth more profound than his doctrine, a cult of misplaced faith. As the camera pulls away, the scene freezes on Grimes, troubled yet contemplative, understanding a new truth. The cult is an allegory for any who choose false certainty over uncomfortable truths. As the door closes on the reenactment of their night's madness, a silent echo whispers into the corridors of human history. Are we truly advancing or merely perfecting new follies? The screen fades to black, leaving viewers with a poignant image, a cereal box headdress, a curtain rod staff, reminders of man's eternal dance between sense and absurdity. The question lingers. In our quest for meaning, how often have we mistaken wonder for wonder?